In the previous video, we have discussed about the practical questions of value-added method. Today, we are going to do the questions with the second method, that is income method. But before beginning with the practical questions of that method, we are first going to see that what are the different components, after which we are going to get the answer from income method. Okay. I think you remember that when we were doing the questions of value added, I told you that after doing the calculation from value added method, you will be getting which aggregate? GDP at market price. But you have to carefully remember that when you are going to do the questions from income method, then you will be getting NDP at factor cost. In income method, now why we are going to calculate the national income or why we are doing this method? Income method tells us about the factor incomes that are being generated within the domestic. Now, one by one, we are going to discuss the components of income method. The method, why we are doing that? Because in circular flow of income, when we have discussed the three phases, the first one was the production phase that has already been completed because of which method? Value added method, in which the production activities were conducted by all the three sectors of the economy. In income method, you remember what was the second phase? The second phase was the income phase. So because of that phase, we are going to study the income method. Okay. In income method, how many factors of production? Sorry, in the income phase, how many factors of production were getting the income? Can you recall? How many factors of production were there? 4 factors of production. Land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Right? We have studied about land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. So first we are going to discuss about labor. Okay? Because labor will be getting wages. Okay? Wages and salaries will be given to the labor. So in this method, we are going to see about the factor incomes that all the factors of production are getting. Now the first component of income method, that is compensations to employee. See, compensation of employees will be of 3 types. 3 types, as you can say, ki COE is a bigger concept under which there are 3 minor subdivisions. First one is wages and salary in cash, wages and salary in kind, and employer's contribution to social security scheme. Now one by one we are going to discuss them, ki what they actually are. There are 2 people. Whenever you work, let's suppose I am working as a person. So I will be known as employee. And who will be giving the work? That person will be known as employer. So there are 2 individuals about whom we are talking. Employer means a person who is giving work and employee means a person who is doing work. Correct? Now, let's suppose there is Mr. A. Okay. First we are going to see this with the help of example and you will be very easily going to know about this concept. There is Mr. A. He is moving from Aligarh to Delhi. ठीक है? अलीगढ़ से दिल्ली मूव कर रहा है जॉब के लिए. ठीक. अब पहली चीज जो उसके लिए डिसाइड की गई ऑफिस में कि यू विल बी गेटिंग अ सैलरी ऑफ 60,000. ओके, सैलरी ऑफ 60,000. सेकेंड चीज जो डिसाइड किया गया वो ये था कि बिकॉज यू आर नॉट हैविंग अ हाउस इन दिल्ली, सो द ऑफिस विल बी प्रोवाइडिंग अ हाउस फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट टू यू. एंड the third condition of the office was that कि when you are going to leave the job, you will be getting a bulk of money. आपको एक पैसा मिलेगा जिससे कि आपके जो फ्यूचर में जो कंडीशंस बने उसमें ये पैसा आपके लिए हेल्पफुल रहेगा. First thing, you will be getting a salary of 60,000. Second, you will be getting a rented free house. And third, you will be having a account that is EPF, in which we are going to make the deposits and after you are going to leave the job, you will be getting some money so that you can use it in your future. When you are going to leave the job, you can use that money in the future. 3 चीज आपने क्वेश्चन में समझी, ठीक है. अब उसको इन कंपोनेंट्स के साथ मैच करते हैं. देखो, सबसे पहले हमने बोला वेजेस एंड सैलरी इन कैश. सो हाउ मच सैलरी हैज बीन कंफर्म? 60,000. करेक्ट. अब वेजेस एंड सैलरी इन काइंड क्या होता है? अ रेंट फ्री हाउस दैट हैज बीन अलॉटेड टू हिम. ये बोला गया कि आपको कोई किराया नहीं देना, यू हैव टू पे नो रेंट एंड यू विल बी गेटिंग अ फ्लैट देयर. तो वेजेस इन काइंड का मतलब होता है बेटा नॉन मॉनिटरियल थिंग्स. नॉन मॉनिटरियल मीन्स it's not being in terms of money, we are just giving you as a gift or honor. Okay. And third thing, employers contribution to social security scheme. यहाँ पर उन्होंने क्या contribution किया? They are opening his EPF account. EPF मतलब Employees Provident Fund account. Okay. तो I think after knowing the example you have cleared out कि what are these 3 different components. लेकिन एक जो main चीज आपको इसमें याद रखनी है वो क्या है? Wages and salary in cash will be very normal. लेकिन wages and salary in kind, if anything is given to the employee for conducting the business activity. Business activity means if the employer is giving a car to the employee, correct? So that he can move from one place to another easily. That will be wages in kind. लेकिन if he has given the mobile phone to him just to conduct the activities of the office, यानी कि केवल ऑफिस का काम करने के लिए वो मोबाइल फोन दिया गया है, so that is not wages in kind, that will be a intermediate consumption. तो आपको बहुत स्पेसिफिकली चीजें याद रखनी है कि कौन से ऐसे गुड्स हैं जो केवल काम को करने के लिए दिए गए, यानी कि बिजनेस को पूरा सर्विस को पूरा करने के लिए दिए गए हैं, और कौन सी चीजें ऐसी हैं जो वाकई में उनको एज अ गिफ्ट दी गई हैं. एंड थर्ड वन इज सोशल सिक्योरिटी. ग्रेचुटी भी दे सकते हैं, पेंशन भी. सेकेंड कॉम्पोनेंट, नाउ व्हाट इज द सेकेंड कॉम्पोनेंट? रेंट एंड रॉयल्टी. देयर इज अ वेरी मेजर डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ वर्ड रेंट एंड रॉयल्टी. देखो, रेंट मीन्स अपलैंड सर्विस. इससे बेटा आप क्या समझोगे अपलैंड सर्विस? देखो, जस्ट सी द एग्जाम्पल. आई हैव गिवन माई लैंड टू मिस्टर एक्स so that he can run his factory there. ठीक है, मैंने मिस्टर एक्स को एक जमीन प्रोवाइड किया so that he can run up his factory there. सेकेंड केस में I have given my land so that Mr. X can extract mineral ores from there. अब 2 डिफरेंसेस हैं इस एग्जाम्पल में. एक मैंने दिया केवल फैक्ट्री चलाने के लिए, एक मैंने दिया so that you can extract the mineral ores from the earth surface. ठीक है, जब भी हम बिलो द अर्थ सरफेस की या अंडर द अर्थ सरफेस की बात करेंगे तो हम किन से बात करेंगे? सब सॉइल एसिड्स. क्लियर? विच काइंड ऑफ एसिड्स? सब सॉइल एसिड्स. ठीक है, तो यानी कि अगर इफ आई एम गिविंग द पीस ऑफ लैंड सो दैट बिजनेस एक्टिविटीज कैन बी कंडक्टेड ऑन द लैंड, देन इट विल बी रेंट, एंड बिलो द लैंड और अंडर द लैंड सरफेस देन इट विल बी रॉयल्टी. इज नॉट क्लियर? अब जैसे now rent can be imputed, it can be actual as well. I think you remember what is the imputed rent? That is the implicit cost, the hidden cost which is there. Now the third component is your interest. In interest, what main thing you have to remember? See what I have written here, only for productive services. That means any amount which is received by the authorities only for lending the money for any kind of productive activity. Productive activity means it is related to business activity or any productive service. Now, what will not be considerable inside it? Let's suppose I have taken a loan to purchase a car for my self consumption. ठीक है, क्या कार को परचेज करना is any production activity? No. So self consumption पे अगर you are paying any kind of interest, so that will not be a part of इंटरेस्ट अंडर इनकम मेथड. क्लियर? तो इसमें बेटा कौन सी इंटरेस्ट आएगी? केवल इंटरेस्ट वो वाली विच इज गिवन, मीन्स द अमाउंट विच इज गोइंग टू बी अर्न बाय दीज इंस्टीट्यूशंस ओनली फॉर लेंडिंग द मनी फॉर एनी प्रोडक्शन एक्टिविटी और सर्विस. क्लियर? The fourth component is profit. Now profit is what? Profit is a kind of reward that is being earned by the businessman for doing or for producing goods and services. But profit will be having three subparts. Clear? First one is corporative tax, second one is dividend, and third one is retained earning. Now, profits are being earned by the firm for three purposes. First one, corporative tax, second, dividend, third, retained earning. Now, what is corporative tax? It is a direct tax which is going to be paid by the firm on the profit they have earned. Clear? मान लीजिए if you have earned a profit of 60,000 in a year, so you have to pay a particular percentage of tax, and that will be corporative tax. You can even say it is a profit tax. There are two substitute names, corporative tax and profit tax. Second thing is your dividend. What is dividend? A part of profit which is paid to the shareholders. There will be some people, I think already you have studied in your class 11th business, that there are shareholders, those who are investing the money in your business. So what you will be paying to the shareholders? You will be paying the dividend. Clear? And the third one is the retained earning. Now what are retained earning? The personal savings of the business. Personal savings से क्या मतलब है? यानी कि the company or any business sector has retained or has keep some money with themselves, so that any kind of loss or risk happens, so that money is going to help in that situation. I think already even that you have studied in your business class 11. Yes, even there are substitute names of retained earning, and that can be savings of private sectors. So you have to remember these substitute words as well, beta, because even it can happen in CBSE in spite of giving the direct names, they can even give you the substitutes name. And the last component of our income method is mixed income. Now what is mixed income? See here, any income generated by own account workers. Beta, own account workers कौन होते हैं? Those who are self-employed. Means they are not dependent upon others so that they can give them service or they will be giving and only they will be earning that. No, they are self-employed people, first thing, and has elements of more than one type of factor income. Means this mixed income will be having the elements which is going to be earned through various sources. अब various sources से कैसे होगा? For example, a farmer doing the farming activity in his own land. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पर दो चीजें हैं. A farmer is going to grow some seeds. Yes, when he is going to sell that to anyone, he is going to earn some money. First thing. And second, what is the hidden cost is there? The rent, the imputed rent which is hidden there. The imputed rent of his whole land. Imputed का मतलब हमने क्या समझा था कि अगर हम वही जमीन किसी और से लेते हैं अगर रेंट पर, तो हमें कुछ ना कुछ किराया देना पड़ता, लेकिन अभी यहाँ पर तो कोई किराया नहीं देना पड़ता. तो दो तरीके के इनकम्स हो गए. Income which he is getting after sowing the seeds, means when he is going to sell that in the market, वो जब भी अपने अनाज को मार्केट में बेचेगा, he will be earning some money. And second one is the imputed rent which is his because of his own land. So when you are going to add COE, that is compensation to employees, plus rent and royalty, plus interest, plus profit, plus mixed income, then you will be getting NDP at factor cost.